Trying to do something different. Trying to strum and pick. Well, I've been playing the mandolin for 45 days, give or take. And I've been playing the guitar for 4 days. I think I'm doing all right. I don't have any music history or music background. I'm doing okay. I'm figuring it out. If it's artistic, I can do it. If it has to do with art, it doesn't matter. Whatever medium it is, I seem to be able to do it. I don't know why that is. 1 year. I learned how to do this, no problem. No problem, I like it. I like doing it. I do. I like doing it. I like what I think about when I do it. I think about people actually while I do this. I don't seem to be thinking about what I'm doing. Similar to making a painting. Thinking about somebody in particular. The addition of strumming or picking with my fingers is huge. Just strumming it, you can't play really anything. You're stuck with like sort of one tone. But plucking it, you get different tones, and I notice with different fingers I get different tones. So if I'm hitting it with this fingernail that was bit off by this finger was bit by a dog, bit off by a dog. It was years ago. I was at a shelter and I was breaking up a dog fight. I thought I was gonna pass out when it happened. I was like, oh shit. See, see how I'm missing a little bit? Bit off the tip. Friend took me to the hospital. They wanted to keep me, do it, and I was just like, fuck it, man. Just give me a bottle of antibiotics and we go home. And I also I listened to Troy play. I listened to Troy play this morning. And Troy put out a song. And I noticed when he was doing it, I'm figuring shit out. My brain's picking up what I'm doing. I noticed he was strumming, and he was also picking at the same time. Not at the same time, but it'd strum and then it'd pick. So I'm like, maybe that's something like that. What else I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get every finger to be able to work with the thumb, right? So I can. And I'm also trying to work this hand when this hand is working, which is sort of the most difficult part of it. I mean, I know there's people that are like, why is he doing this? He doesn't know how to play. Well, you're right, I don't know how to play, but it doesn't seem like it's any big deal. I mean, you gotta learn somewhere. If you're afraid to do something in front of people, I'm not. I'm shameless. I don't care. What's the matter? I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to do it. If you don't try, that's worse than trying and being a failure for sure. I don't really see myself as being a failure because I'm trying. And I have the attitude like, this is something about me that like, if I can do some things real good. Okay, that's always how I've been. I've been like, I can do 5 or 6 things real good. Um, and those things, like, I knew that I could do them real good all of a sudden. Like, I got this feeling of like, oh, I can do this. And I just stuck with it. So I sort of got real good at it. And that's my advice to anybody is if you have aptitude for something, you stick with it. By the time you're my age, it's seamless. And that's how it is with some things. Art, comedy, dog training, all of those things are just sort of seamless for me. I don't have to think about them because I've already done them so much. So I even I put the guitar in the same category, or the mandolin even. The mandolin I put in the same category as, I picked it up. I picked up the mandolin, this is true. I was in a store. I was gonna buy this for somebody. It was gonna be a gift. Originally I saw this and I was gonna buy it for Katya as a gift. And then it was just like, why am I buying her a gift? She doesn't want my gift, so I'm not gonna buy it. So then we were in the store and I saw it and I was just like, I said I wanted to buy this, right? So $100. And I brought it home and I think I played it for 4 hours or something, just doing shit like this, I think. Hang on, what was it? Just getting my fingers to go up and down this thing, whatever this thing is, the neck of the mandolin. I did for 4 hours and I was just like, I think I can learn to play this. And I remember Katya was outside and she came in and she said something like, well, that doesn't sound too bad for not being able to play an instrument. Like, just being able to pick it up. And I was like, yeah, I think I've got Asperger's. It just sort of makes sense. And I'm not saying I can play it. Right, I can't play the guitar, but it was like 4 hours of me being obsessive and saying, I know that I can play this, I can figure this out, because I could get my fingers to go up and down. But the thing that really made sense to me is like I just didn't feel uncomfortable with it. The same thing's with the guitar. I cannot play the damn thing. I can't play it and I can't play this, but I don't feel uncomfortable with it in my hands, and I don't feel uncomfortable and I don't know any chords. I don't know what any of this means, but it's the same thing with the guitar. I got the feeling of like, well, if you do it, your hands are going to start moving together and your brain's going to pick up what is the pleasing sound. You're not going to need to know chords. You're not going to need to know where you put your hands because it'll become instinctual. Like wrestling. Wrestling becomes instinctual. If you're a grappler, you're doing judo, any of that stuff, it becomes just, it's instinct just because you've done it over and over again. So there's no reason for me to really even worry about what chords are because I think I can just move my hands. I like this thing. I beat the fuck out of it. I beat the fuck out of my finger doing it too. Is it bleeding? No. It's getting tougher. This is totally new. Now I'm starting to pick the mandolin. This is totally new. That's from last night. Somebody said you should pick it. That they saw people doing that, doing bluegrass. I really want that banjo. It's $300. It's $300. I don't really have it, but I don't. It's art, so of course I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Maybe I'll put it on the Amazon wish list. I'll see what they got, and somebody will buy it for me. I need two things. It's art, man. It's art material. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it no matter what. That's just a fact. I'm gonna get a banjo. I'm playing music now. I'm 58 years old. I can do this shit. That's music, right? That's music. You make sound. All it is. It makes sense for me to play music. It does. It totally makes sense. It doesn't make sense for my parents to have discouraged it when I was a kid. It doesn't. Neither one of them played music or understood it, so they just, no, you don't need to do that. They encourage paint, like my mom encouraged me to go into art, though. If I got anything out of living the last 7 months, it was music. It was. Musical instrument. Like I had tried playing, well, I could do like samples. I found out about 8 years ago, I can make samples taking like clip music and putting it together and making something. So I've done that. There's examples of it on YouTube, and it was sort of a breakthrough for me because I was like, I didn't think I could do any music. I could do a duck call, I could do a turkey call, and that was it, but I didn't consider that music. So I did that, and then about 3 years ago, at some point, I sung. I sung on a live stream or something. I was just like, fuck it, who cares? Maybe it was Happy Birthday. Maybe it was Go Till Grody, something like that. But I wouldn't do that for years. I worked at the Shakespeare Conservatory. Everybody was supposed to sing. I was like, I can't sing. I went fishing. Everybody on campus was supposed to get up and sing a song, or the owners were going to be pissed. I didn't care. I told them, I said, I cannot do that. I cannot sing. I can't do it. So I went night fishing. I went bass. I went fishing for bass. And then, about 3 years ago, I sung a song. But I'm a lot more confident than I've ever been because I don't drink anymore. I'm years under my belt of not drinking. I've never drink again. Things could get real lousy for me, and I would not drink again. I guarantee you. It's just not worth it. So because I don't drink, I'm much more confident, and I got confident over the years. I was confident like wrestling, fighting. I was always confident that way, but like stage stuff like that. Like when I was young, I'd get hammered and get up on stage to do my I guess it was stand up, where I just sort of fuck with people in the crowd. But I wasn't confident, and I was nervous, and I was drinking. Where now, like the last interview that I did was on Fox. That was what, 2 months ago or something. I was, yeah, okay, what time? Same thing with Tasho. I could have done that live. I still would have done it, you know, it still would have been fine. It's no big deal. I'm just like this is flat. Right? Yeah, that's flat. That needs to be changed. I am actually getting better at being able to do this by ear. Yeah. I just look at it like me fighting again. Like, so I'm 58, so why can't I? It's not a midlife crisis, okay? It isn't. If there was a midlife crisis, I would own a sports car. I would own a red sports car. And trust me, I don't have the money to buy one. But if I did, I'd buy a Tesla. That's what I would buy. But it's never too late. It's never too late to do anything. Like if I was the typical 58-year-old, I wouldn't fight. But I'm not the typical 58-year-old. I'm not. If I was 58 and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do MMA," right? But I don't have any background in it. Or even I was on a high school wrestling team and I wasn't real good, right? It was just okay. I did it for a semester or something. I wouldn't be doing it. But there's no reason that I can't do it. It's like playing an instrument. There's no reason why I can't. I can't believe that I can sort of tune this thing to ear with my ear now. I got a dog outside. I gotta go to Home Depot. I gotta get paint. This room has to be complete. I got a time frame that I'm working with that's totally fine too. But the house is not gonna be done. I'm trying to get the house done for several different reasons. I got an art studio visit, but before the art studio visit, we're shooting a pilot here. They're shooting a pilot here, so I got to get it caught up for that. Destiny's coming, right? Destiny's not a princess type. I'm not really worried about her, but I'm not. She's not the princess type. She just looks like a princess. I just want it. I want it to be as sort of cleaned up as I can when she walks through the door, so she's not overwhelmed with. It's like a construction zone, you know. I don't want to, you know. So I need to finish this room so I can just clean this up, sort of. But I'm not worried about her. She just doesn't seem like. She's fine living in an art studio. That's what this place is. It's a house that's an art studio. She just seems more like the kind of person that is somebody that's thoughtful, you know. That's it. She's not a princess, I can tell. She's more like a poet. She is. She's sensitive. I'm not, you know, but I do want her as clean up as possible. She's leaving Wednesday. So she could be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, however long she wants to take to get here. She can't drive straight through though. There's no way. I don't want her doing that. She's got to be careful. You know, it's like if you're living with somebody, you don't want to live with somebody that's like not thoughtful. Like everybody's gonna at some point like sort of be sort of thoughtless at times, but generally you want to live around somebody that's thoughtful. You know, you do. That sort of has a consideration. But I mean, at times if you're living with somebody might be doing something in the other room, and you know, well, you're not going to want to bother them if they're recording or something. You might not know that they're recording, and you might be making noise or something. That's not necessarily comes under the heading of like thoughtless. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, hang on. It's a penny as a pick. well be in a punk band soon. Chaos brought to you by me. Right? It's that punk origin of mine. I'm gonna beat the crap out of that thing. I am. I just start playing the mandolin. I'm beating on the damn thing. It's a good thing I didn't buy a good one. I mean, seriously, I cannot. It's I'm getting real physical with it. I can feel it in my arm. Like, it's so much different than the guitar. The guitar, I find myself being sort of more gentle with. This, I'm just like, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it, I know I am. has this band. He has a bunch of bands. Things Out the Skin. His name's Chad. He works at NYU. He's a brilliant dude. He's the dude that told me, do not use film, Peter. Do not shoot on 16 millimeter or 32. It's going to cost you a fortune. Learn how to edit video. Get an editing, some kind of program so that you can edit fucking video. That's what he told me in 2009. So anyway, I'm thinking about like one of the bands that he has, Things Outside the Skin, right? Things Outside the Skin got reviewed, and the reviewer said, it reminds me of somebody putting screwdrivers into my eardrums. Now, Chad is a professional musician, but he leans towards, punk, metal. So he liked the review, of course. I mean, it was complimentary. So what I'm saying is, if I learn to play music and I can come up with a sound, and I'm happy with the sound, it doesn't have to sound bluegrass. I could start going, back to my origins of punk. I just like doing it. That's it. I don't care if anybody tells me like I suck at it. I know I suck at it. I just started doing it. Nobody's going to say some things when I'm dead and gone. One, they're not going to tell me that I'm cheap. They're not going to say, hey, that dude was not generous. I don't want anybody talking that way about me, and I also don't want anybody to say, yeah, he's too afraid to do something, I don't want to be a deer caught in the headlights. Nobody's going to say that about me when I'm gone. There ain't nothing worse than a cheap person, though. That's horrible. I'm not even talking about monetarily. You don't have to give up every penny you have or something, but if you see that homeless guy, man, give him $1. What is it? You don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do that to be a generous person. You go talk to that guy. Hey, how you doing? Just give him the time of day. Or woman. There's homeless women. There's homeless families out there. All you have to do is sort of be generous with your time. You do not have to give up your money. When I talk about being charitable, I'm not talking about like necessarily giving money, man. Sometimes it means more to somebody that you spend time with them. It certainly means more to a dog. You spend time with the animal, it means more than giving them something. And that includes a human. Like a human being, they want to be treated with dignity and respect. You don't have to walk by them and ignore them, even if you don't want to give them money. You can ask them how their day's going. You start talking to a homeless person, okay? You start talking to them as a homeless person, you'll see they're just like you. They've had a string of bad luck, or they remind you of somebody that that has mental illness or something. Something got them there. Nobody wants to be homeless. Nobody wants to be homeless. You're obligated. If as a human being, you see the homeless person and they don't have shoes, you better get shoes on them. How many times have I seen that? The dude on the subway in New York City. Everybody's just like, either giving him $1 or just letting him walk through the subway without shoes on. What size shoe do you have, man? That's what you should be asking. Like, what size foot do you have? What size shoe do you need? You can certainly walk back from the train without your shoes if they fit. And for God's sakes, get off the train and find a Payless and take them to go get some shoes or something. My God. People are terrible. People are terrible. I know several people. I'm bitching right now, but it just reminds me of some people that I know. They'll feed a homeless cat or they'll feed a homeless dog, but they won't feed a homeless human. Like this, pull them up by their, they should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Oh, really? You think it's that easy for everyone? Why? Why do you think that? Why do you think that it's that easy for people to do that? It's not. You're lucky. Consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. You got $100 grand in the bank or something, and you can't help the guy get some shoes or something to eat. You're worried about the homeless person. If you give them $20, they're gonna spend it on beer, right? That's what you're worried about? So what? Give it to them. They need the beer. Give it to them. Who cares? You're worried about your dollar. No, I'm not going to give it to him because he's going to buy a quart of beer. Yeah, well, he's on the street. Let him have his beer. If you think he's going to spend it on beer, give him 20 so he can get some beer and some food, People that feed the homeless dogs and cats, they don't give a shit about other humans. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that we have people walking around that are narcissistic, sociopaths, psychopaths. They don't care about anybody but themselves. I don't know. I have to check. I think that takes up about 1 or 2% of the population. It's very low, but it exists. And then there's other people that are just fucking selfish. They're just selfish. No, I worked hard for this dollar. I don't want anybody. Coming here from Mexico or something, it might cost, in taxes, it might cost me another quarter. That's what it would be. A country of goddamn immigrants, and we got people that don't want people to, come to this country. It's absurd. Because what? It's going to cost you more in taxes? How much is it going to cost you? Does it just bother you because they have brown skin? Is that it? You don't want the brown-skinned person to have a quarter of, a charitable thing from us? It happened with the Irish, too. Everybody that comes here as an immigrant is treated like dirt. It makes no sense, man. I wish there were people down at Home Depot. If there were people at Home Depot, which there aren't anymore because 45 ruined it, maybe in Brooklyn there are again. But, I could have just said, hey, dude, is there anybody that Paquito English? You and you, let's go. Get them in here. They could have painted this room for me. They probably would have done a better job. They would have not as much paint on the floor. They could have made the money. It would have been $150 a person, $300. They would have gotten it. They would have had the money. It's just absurd. Why would anybody give a shit what skin color or how someone's hair is? I don't know. We're all born the same. I did hear crap from my father, Although later we talked about 3 or 4 years before he died, he admitted that everybody's born the same. Yeah, that's right, Peter. Then what's your problem with them, Dad? Well, I guess I don't really have one. That's what he said. Which sort of makes sense. My dad, black hair, dark skin. Much darker than me. And, we found out he was adopted. He told me that, too, about 5 years before he died. So he had to live in, going to this elite school, high school in St. Louis, Missouri. Mostly wealthy. Well, all wealthy. And, so I can see him being put in this position of, trying to fit in, pass himself off as white. So it was expected for him to say these words. His hair was straight. His skin was real dark. It was straight black. Hang on. Somebody's sending me a email or something, a text. The 347 number. I'm gonna go look at it, then I'll come back, and then we're gonna go. I'll take you guys to Home Depot. I need some glasses. Hey Peter, how are you doing? It's a 347 number. So that's the city. That means there could be work. Now, I don't really want work right now. I got two things on hold. One, because of Canada isn't opened up. Three things. Two things in Canada are on hold, right? One of them is a new board and train. And that's fine because Des is coming. And I just kind of want to hang out with her when she gets here. Maybe do some videos, go shopping, stuff like that. Just hang out with her. So I don't really want a board and train here. But if a board and train is here, it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. I also wanted to just sort of work with Destiny with some of the dogs. Just like here, learn how to use Marty. Use Marty, and let's get you to get Marty to work with you on a leash, which will be easy. And then just sort of get her accommodated to all the dogs and everything, and get her mind into sort of dog training without treats. They have a they have a service dog in their house, but it was a service dog trained with food. It's a lab too, so it's the whole food motivated dog. It really doesn't help them in the long run. It doesn't. So I want to sort of like just I just want to hang out with her. I don't really want a job, but I feel like I should. Make sure and see what this is. It says, "Hey Peter." So let me check. I'll be right back. Will you stay here? Yeah, it's some friends of mine that own a German Shorthair, which is unlike Tonka, right? Well, both dogs can do field work, but Heidi is more like an energy level, more of like a pet, where Tonka has the energy level of like a dog you would want for upland game hunting that could work all day professionally. That's what I looked for. That's what I got. I kick myself to this day. But see, what happened was I got Tonka, and right after I got Tonka, this is the truth, about a month later, I got shingles. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what shingles was. I didn't know what this was, but it affects everything, and I get it right on my spine. So I was having trouble walking. I was like, oh fuck. So I got the reoccurring kind because I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard shingles. What? What's that? Oh, if you get chicken pox, and everybody gets chicken pox, so 1 out of 3 people are gonna get shingles. But if you get it and go to the doctor, you lessen the chance of reoccurrence. I didn't do that. So I got this hyperactive German Shorthair puppy, and I have to keep training and keep working with it, and it was difficult. It would have been easier if I would have had like a not so energetic dog, but that's, hindsight is 2020. If I would have known what shingles was or whatever, it looks like a rash of, no, it looks like a mosquito bite, it's like this big, that's where it pops up, it's not huge, but it's by my spine. So it kills my one leg, it goes right down, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is, even if I didn't have shingles right then, Tonka would have been difficult to deal with. I remember I had shingles, and I'm like, man, I would have done better with this dog if I owned it when I was 20, This whole shingles goes on one side of the body or the other is just sort of weird, because it's like your body's sort of split down the middle, so, and there's things about shingles that, doing my research, that you can have them on your head, on your forehead, by your eye. You can, so this sort of like it's always on your torso stuff, which mine's on my torso. It's sort of true, Mine is about this. I thought it was a mosquito bite. I was like, it happened like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, why do I keep getting this mosquito bite in the same place? And it itches at first, but then there's like chills and shit like that. Use pure apple cider vinegar for shingles. What do you mean? You drink it? I don't know if that's true. or you put it on there topically. I don't know if anybody should be listening to I'm going to remove your comment, okay? I'm not going to remove you, but I'm going to remove your comment, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I'm removing your comment is because it's a medical condition that can be treated by a doctor. So that sounds like a home remedy or something. I'm not saying it is true, and I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that sounds like a home remedy. If somebody gets shingles, go to the doctor so you don't end up in my situation where, if I'm stressed out, it'll come back, So I try and stay stressed out. So this last 6 months it just kept, come on, could you, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. But no. You don't take an antibiotic. I'm gonna remove your comment too. It's not an antibiotic. I'm gonna remove the comment and not remove you. It's not an antibiotic. Stop talking about it, okay? Stop saying what you think you know about it. If you think you have shingles or you have something like that, go see a doctor, okay? Just go see a doctor. Make sure it's not a mosquito bite. If it's shingles, they'll give you stuff, and there's less chance of it reoccurring. Is my life completely thrown out the window because it reoccurs? No, but there's a concentration on me being more healthy and staying less stressed, getting enough sleep. Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't know if it cured it, because a cure is implying that it completely goes away, okay? So, do you understand what I'm saying? It might have made it go away, but shingles has been lying, the chickenpox lies dormant in people for years. So you can say that it cured yours, but I would go with medical science and, go to the doctor. Go see a doctor, get on antibiotics. Yeah, okay, that's gabapentin or something, right? Yeah, that kind of, God, that stuff knocked me out. It deadens the nerve pain or something. But go to the doctor, man. You have problems, man. If you could scrape $100 together, even if you don't have insurance, you could do one of those walk-ins and go talk to a doctor about anything. If you're depressed or something like that, you're having addiction problems, anything, you can go to a walk-in place for $100 and talk to a doctor. And that's going to be better than you trying to figure it out. It is. I'm not saying that some people... Yeah, I have it here. I have a bottle of it. I took 2 or 3 at night, and it really did help get rid of the nerve stuff. But I really, you're depressed. I know a lot of people are depressed. Go talk to a doctor. I mean, even just going and unloading on somebody can really help. And there's always a doctor available. That's what I want to say. It's even if you don't have money, you can always go to the ER. They might bill you, but you could go talk to somebody. And if you don't have the money, they can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. So it's always available. I think everybody should be able to have medical care in this country, and we don't. So, and if you don't make a certain amount of money, you can get on Medicaid. So do your taxes, see if you make under, I think, $17,000, with, your gross adjusted income, you would qualify for Medicaid, and then you can have a doctor that way. But I don't think any medical conditions are worth sort of the stress that it causes trying to figure it out on your own, because generally speaking, you're wrong. And I'm somebody, I worked as a vet tech, and I get science and stuff, but I didn't have medical care for the last 15 years, and generally speaking, I was making the incorrect diagnosis. Even with the hernia, the double hernia, I went in, she looked, and it wasn't apparent at that point, but it probably started. she said, well, we could do a sonogram. I was like, no, I'm fine. You don't think I got it? Good. But then it was months later. It had like was outside, starting to get the hernia mouth, and everything was sort of pushing out. So, and then I didn't go back to the doctor because of the pandemic, and I was making my own diagnosis because I had had a colonoscopy, and they said that you had diverticulosis or something, which most people have at a point. And so I thought that that's what it was, but diverticulosis doesn't expand outside your body. So, incorrect diagnosis, Peter. But then at a point I was like, I remember I was like, there's no way that that's what this is. This is a hernia. I got on another thing on the internet, on the interweb with my doctor. I said, you know what? I don't think I have diverticulosis or diverticulitis. What I think I have is a hernia. Do you want me to show you, right? Because, I hadn't been into the office. So she said, do you mind? And I'm like, no, you're my doctor. So I pull my pants down, and she said, yeah, that looks like a hernia. I'm scheduling you for an appointment with a surgeon to look at that. The weirdest thing is I'm not going to say it. If somebody ever tells you, if you clearly have a medical condition and the doctor is saying that's probably what it is, and then somebody's telling you, really, you want to see a surgeon? Are you sure you want to do that? You could just leave it. They're not looking out for your best interest. I'm not sure what that is, but do not trust anybody. Always go with your own instincts and listen to your doctor. Listen to your goddamn doctor, man. They know what they're talking. They have a degree. They know what they're talking about. Don't listen to somebody that doesn't have your best interest at heart, but tells you that they do. If you think that they don't, they probably don't. I gotta make sure. We're gonna go to Home Depot in a minute. Did I see PL? Hey PL, are you gonna go out with this dude again? PL. The muscular dude, do you like him? I'm a sex pervert. You're a sex pervert? What? PL, do you like the dude, the muscular dude? What do you think? Will you go on a date with him again? Tell us. We're fascinated by your life. Come on, PL. Don't be a prude now. Come on. What's up with this dude? What's up, Jess May? Next week, another date. He's a nice guy. There you go. That's what everybody should be looking for. Somebody that's nice. It's not, the head game thing that some people play. It can sort of be intoxicating, I guess would be the best description. He's 56 with a good body. Oh, no shit. He's young. Maybe you should try a little bit older. But, that could sort of be fun or intoxicating, but, man, that is not anything that's good. It isn't. Look for somebody that's nice, that's, they don't have to buy you shit, they just have to sort of be considerate. That'd be for a roommate, too, I think. Like, if somebody's sort of considerate, that's good. If somebody is inconsiderate, that you're living with and just thinks that you're supposed to pick up after them like Donald Trump does. Like, there's stuff everywhere. I'm not nitpicky. But like if I was living with Donald Trump, this is something that I heard that he did. I think so too. He would eat a candy bar and he'd just drop the wrapper on the ground, expecting that somebody else would pick it up. If you're living with somebody like that, get away from them. It's toxic. I'm not saying that like if you're living with somebody and you leave a dish or something, that's not what I'm talking about. It's like pattern. If there's a pattern of like this consistent pattern of being taken for granted, like just like, well, they'll pick it up, ask them about it, and they say, well, I just figured you would do it. You got a problem. You do. You definitely have a problem. You need to get away from that person. You know, I'm not saying stuff can't be left and there can be a mess. There can be a mess. I don't really give a shit. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. I'd go ballistic if someone was that rude. And, yeah, I mean, but yeah, there's like this pattern of like well, they'll do it. Okay, here's an example. When you cut fruit, you can't just leave it out. You cut the fruit, so just like if it's a pineapple, let's say I have a pineapple, and you leave it out, you're gonna get fruit flies. So if you cut it, put some saran wrap on the other half of the pineapple and put it in the fridge. You know, that's just like sort of common sense because you don't want maggots. Or this I find strange, like if you're gonna eat like half a banana, right, and then you leave the other half a banana just somewhere, once again you're gonna get fruit flies. That's just sort of like nasty. You don't have to be clean. You don't. What you have to do is just take the stuff that you're not going to eat and just throw it in the trash can so that so that you can get it out. Not leave it lying over on a counter or leave it in the sink with dishes. You know, you get maggots. I don't know. I am not a neat person, man. I'm not. But you know, sometimes it makes it's easier when you just sort of can not leave a huge mess. But I am not a nitpicky dude. I'm not. I know that the people are thinking, oh, he's like this like really clean guy. Man, no, I'm not. I'm a pig. Man, I live with birds and stuff. Like, the point is, if I lived with birds and I never picked up after them, that would be gross, right? It's like a responsibility that I have to accept, that I have to like, do something, or else it's just gonna pile up. I can't expect somebody else to do it. If somebody else wants to lend a hand, that's great. I appreciate it. But it just sort of needs to like, there's like this personal responsibility that you have to like, I don't know. I'm not a neat guy, man. I'm not. You have to do it. You have to clean up after the birds. That's why we're doing Sam's room. Because I know I need to make it easier. I need to streamline everything. So I got it all figured out. The hallway up there is sort of like fair game. That's going to be done too. Because the pigeons are sometimes in that. And then there's another room over here that I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think it's going to be a sound room. That's the girls' room. So that's going to get tiled too. So I just want everything streamlined. And then down here, it's Solarton. I know where I roost. It's right over there. I can mop that up, no problem. And then with Khaki the duck, this doesn't have to be here. But Khaki the duck should have an indoor place where it's some kind of flooring that I can clean up. This, I think I want to keep wood. I think this is going to be one. Maybe her pen could be on top of something that would be easier to clean up. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And also, Khaki, I'm going to have an outdoor, I'm going to do an Amazon wish list with a couple things on it and see if somebody will pay for it. Which is, one, I need a outdoor dog pen for Khaki, and I'm going to turn that into a bird pen. And the other thing that I want, I'm thinking about getting a housekeeper. I am. I'm thinking about it. Just somebody to come in and just sort of do stuff that I know I'm not going to want to do and Des isn't going to want to do. Just so we don't have to worry about it. Once, twice a week. It might be worth it. Yeah, I agree. It's like worth the expense. Have somebody just come in, make sure dishes are done, clean off the butcher block because I cut chicken there, but I'm sort of stay up on that because I like to prepare food on the thing. I just like, that shouldn't be an issue. Like cleaning out the fridge or something. Everybody sort of just lets that slide. I know I do. I haven't lived with Des. I don't know how she is. I have a feeling that she's probably neater than me. Maybe not. I don't know. She could be a pig like me, which would be great. Then I wouldn't have to worry too much about being a pig. I just don't want maggots, you know? I just like you can't leave fruit out. You can't open fruit and keep doing this on a daily basis, leaving a half-eaten banana here, a half-eaten banana there, stuff like that. It's just like, that makes no common sense. Throw it in the trash. I am not the clean person I'm sounding like I am. I don't need a mom. I will say that. Like, I don't expect anybody to ever do my laundry. Why would I expect somebody to do my laundry? I don't need a mommy. And I'll assume a lot of stuff. If I'm living with somebody, I'll get in there and clean the bathroom. I'll just do it. Sometimes I'll just be in there, I'll just sweep up the kitchen floor. If there's dishes, I might end up doing them. I am not petty. I'm not petty and I'm not super clean. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like not. Like, it's just like... I think you're right, Hills Big. Get it. How often you have somebody come? You guys have a big house, right? I have hang on. I have sand down in my loft, and I use a flower service once a day for poop, and sand gets replaced once a week. Man, whoa! Hang on. I have sand down in my loft, and I use a flower sieve once a week for poop, and the sand gets replaced once a week, maybe two. It depends if it's dry or damp. You put sand on the floor, like litter, in those areas, and then you just sort of sweep it up, you sieve it, and put it back? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're using? That might be great until I get the floor, the tile floor. Is that what you're saying? kids play sand. And you just, in those areas where the birds are flying free, you keep it down and then you sweep it up and it's like litter. That's genius. Yeah, I understand how you're using it. I get it. Does it, let me ask you this. PL, does it track into the other parts of the house that don't have sand? I bet it doesn't. There's multiple people that are pigeon pets here, huh? No, you can use a rubber carpet before and after the doorways. No shit. That'd be good in the hallway right now, right? Just until I'll work it out. Thank you. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I got to do Sam's room, so. Sam's room is set up like this. There's a perch, and then he stands on the perch, and then I have a gutter from like a house gutter underneath with litter in it, and then he poops into that. That's how it's is set up right now. So they don't get coughs. What? Keeps the air dry. I have airflow in this house. That's not a problem. No, I don't need a special license. I didn't get him, okay? I bought him from a breeder. He's an African species, man. See you, Tim. She's leaving Wednesday. I gotta go to Home Depot. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta go get some paint and stuff. And I'm really looking forward to Destiny getting up here. And she's coming soon, yeah. She's leaving Wednesday. She's leaving Wednesday. I'm trying to not act excited. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Just want her to be careful. Take your time. Take your time. I bet she's not super clean. That'd be sort of good. 'Cause I'm not. It reminded him to go to HD. Who? Yeah, 1,300 miles or something. It's coming from the south. God, it's weird how we started communicating. It's timing and everything. Timing is everything, as Penny Marshall says. You said thank you for reminding you to go to HD. High def? So what are you talking about? Home Depot. Oh, thank you. This is the deal with the guitar and the mandolin. I start fucking around with it, and I get in like a trance. The other thing is that I find myself physically having, it's Pavlovian, I start salivating, and I don't really understand that. And at times, my whole body clenches up. Like, my muscles are like... it's meditation. I did read articles years ago about how it was healthy to play an instrument. This might be my greatest thing that I bought in the last 10 years. Like art tool goes, I really think that this was smart. But I wouldn't have bought this without buying this first, you know? And I probably wouldn't have bought this, period, if it wasn't for being influenced by Katya playing music. You know, you always, you can learn something from everyone. It's the truth. Oh, I gotta go look. I gotta go look at a text that somebody just sent me. Hang on, I'll be right back. Don't leave. I'm back. This thing, though, I really clench up because it's more, to me, this is much more physical of an instrument, this little tiny one. I start like... I'm trying to pick it, I can't yet. I'll figure out how to pick it. My punk instrument of choice. If I was going to do a punk band, I would be lead vocal screaming, and I would be fucking beating the crap out of this. I can already tell. I'd beat the crap out of this. I'd have to have a second one off stage ready to go because I'm going to break the strings. I know I'm going to. I know I'm going to, something's going to, I already, by playing it in this manner, this already came undone. I had to put this on much tighter. There's a section here that came off. It's a $100 thing. I'm not really sure yet. Because I can't play this shit yet. But as soon as I play it, ow. Hang on. Me and Destiny have only made one thing together, really. No, we made two things together. We met the first thing. I sort of had direction, and she went with it. We've made two things together, but there's been conversations, and I can just tell. I think she can too. That artistically, we're just sort of like it works. I think it's gonna work. Man, I would get ready for some great stuff. I thought that the work that I did with Katya was pretty good. Seriously, I like that stuff. It's up. I didn't take it down. I told her at a point, whatever you're doing, I'm not taking any stuff down. It's staying, because when she left the first time, you know, I took stuff down, and it was sort of a mistake for the algorithm. It was detrimental. So I said, "You listen, you're probably going to do this again. So I'm leaving stuff up. You're going to do it again and again and again." But I mean, I'm proud of that work that I did with her. Some of it's great. I got 15 minutes of stuff that is, you know, filmy and beautiful, and no, it's never going to see the light of day. So we're going to reshoot it with Destiny, and that's how it is. It's beautiful stuff, and it's already mapped out. So I work with man. I'm telling you, working with Destiny is gonna be. We're gonna put out some really great shit. We are. I can tell. I can already tell. I can. I don't think living with her is gonna be any problem at all. Why would I mind living with her? Oh, there's Destiny in the kitchen. That's not gonna bother me. I guarantee you. Probably be turned this way to keep an eye on her because she's a vampire. You know, I don't. You know, there's no. You never know what they're gonna do. So, keeping an eye on you, vampire. She's not gonna be any problem for me to live with. I guarantee you. The way I see it is this: with the guitar, it seems more delicate. It seems more like dog training. You finesse the dog. With the mandolin, it's about beating the fuck out of it. For me right now, it is. It's turned into that. It's always sort of been like that. I get it. For 3 or 4 hours, I went into a trance just beating the shit out of it. That's what it is to me. But this... My mouth is watering. Is it? I don't know what it is. I think I know what it might be. I think I know what's doing that. It's. I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I gotta get paint. I gotta get going on this room. This room has to be painted and cleaned up today. I gotta go get paint. I'll take you all with me. Where's my wallet? I'd take khaki some water too. Khaki. Yeah, I hear ya. Hey, baby, I gotta go to Home Depot, and then I think you can come down here when I get back. I think so. Sure. That area's done. Hang on. Benny, you can come out too, but let me go get this shit, okay? I'm gonna close this out and start something back up because I want to send a video to a friend of mine. Okay, so and I had to respond to some people that want me to watch their dog. They want us to watch their dog. Us. It's not gonna be just me. So yeah, I do have Patreon, and it's on my channel. Like you can see it. There should be a link to Patreon. I do have Patreon. I do. So I'll open this right back up. Let me bring that dog in and let's go to Home Depot, okay? I'll see you in a minute.